Hello everyone, welcome back to School of Genesis video series on global navigation satellite system. Today we are going to talk about navigation data. And before this, I have covered basic overview of global navigation satellite system, constellation, orbital planes, and little bit introduction of the satellites as well. So I recommend go and watch those series if you haven't watched them so far, and then come back and watch this series. Okay. So before starting this video, I would like to tell you that each satellite transmits two things. One is navigation message, another is navigation signal. So in this video, we are covering navigation message, which is a navigation data basically. And after watching this video, you will be able to learn what is the navigation data and what is the structure of the navigation data. That's very important. And how navigation data is structured. Okay, what are the key elements inside the navigation data? How satellite transmits that navigation data and how receiver receives that navigation data. And what is the basic and the key or important information presented in these key elements. The explanation of each subframe or data which is presented in the navigation message. Okay. Okay, so this is very important slide basically, and I would like to take some minutes to describe this. Okay, maybe this is very confusing for you because if you are a first time and watching this kind of the subframe or the frame data, maybe you will be not able to understand it. But I'm going to explain each and everything. So if you look at this picture here, this is the frame. This is the frame of navigation data. This complete frame is composed or constructed by subframes. How many subframes? Five subframes. Okay, let's count. Subframe 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This each subframe is highly important. This subframe contains different data about the satellite, about the information. Okay, so each subframe requires 6 seconds to travel from satellite to receiver. Okay, so how many subframes we have? Five subframes. So 5 into 6, 30 seconds. So this complete frame needs 30 seconds from satellite to receiver. Okay, and each subframe contains 300 bits. Okay, the total 1500 bits for the complete frame. Okay, this number 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 25. This is number of pages. Okay, this is for only subframe 4 and 5. I'm going to explain in a couple of slides. Okay, these subframe 4 and 5 have to go through these pages. That's why it requires 12 and a half minutes to proceed. Because you see, if your complete frame requires, if subframes requires 30 seconds, and if you are having 25 pages, then you will multiply 25 into 30. It is 12 and a half minutes. Okay. Okay, subframe 1. So how many subframes we have? We have subframes 5. So this is subframe 1. The subframe 1 contains the information, let's say the introduction of the satellites. Okay, how many, which is the GPS, what is the GPS week number, what is the accuracy of satellite, what is the location of the satellite, and satellite correction. Okay, so this is very important. When you are like receiver is receiving the signal from the satellite, it has to know that which satellite is sending the signal, what is the accuracy, what is the clock correction, and so on. Subframe 2 and 3 contains ephemeris data. The ephemeris data are those data which contains the total information about the satellite exact location, the satellite accuracy, the satellite speed, and satellite clocks, precise orbit, and so on. So this information is needed for highly accurate systems because if your receiver is receiving this data in noisy or in error form or in malfunction, so the receiver will not be able to tell you the exact location of itself as well. So it's important and mandatory that it knows the location of the satellite. And this ephemeris contains the information all about the satellites and its orbit and its structure. Okay. Okay, so let's move to the subframe 4 and 5. These subframe 4 and 5 contains Almanic data. Almanic data are those data which contains the information about the satellite which transmits the navigation data, but also it contains the information of its nearby satellites, other constellation as well. So why this so? Because it's important for the receiver to know if it is getting a stronger navigation data, it will come to know that which satellites it has to look. Okay, so it's an open sky condition or in a partial open sky condition, whatever it is. When it has a very strong navigation data signal at the receiver side, the receiver will decide that there are these satellites are nearby and I can come approach them or not. I can collect signals from their satellites as well. Okay, as I mentioned you in the previous slides, let me show you here that these are 25 number of pages. This is for satellites subframe 4 and 5. Okay, so these are the 25 pages it has to go. So this Almanic data goes through these 25 pages. That's why it requires 12.5 minutes to proceed all this data. Okay, the key elements and the applications. Okay, what are the key elements? Key elements is that ephemeris data. This navigation data contains the ephemeris data about the satellite it transmits that signal. The location, the accuracy, the clocks, the orbits as well. This is a mandatory for the receiver to know this data. Almanic data. Almanic data is the data of the satellite which transmitted the navigation signal. Also, the data from the other satellites. Okay, the healthy status. This is mandatory. The healthy state, the satellite is healthy or unhealthy. Okay, this is also entered in the navigation message as well. And other corrections, clock, drift, ionosphere, troposphere correction, and so on. This is important because of the different applications. If you are looking for the highly accurate systems in different applications like air or defense, maritime. So you need this kind of the data in a very accurate format. If you are not receiving this data in accurate format, then maybe you will be not able to find the accurate position of the receiver. Okay. So this video is all about this navigation data frame, and I hope that now you come to know that what is the navigation data and what are the subframes and what are the importance of these elements. So, okay, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm going to explain the navigation signal in our upcoming video. Thank you.